This conference will now be recorded.
Ritishri, good evening. Lavanya, Vasu, Abhiram. Okay, our today's topic is we complete our pre-processes, right? Today, our topic is, as I said, good evening, Lavanya. Okay, it is recording, and today's our topic is data types. Today's our topic is data types. Okay, what is a data type? Okay, it is the type of the data which we enter on the particular column or on the variable. Okay, why we need a data? A program needs or uses. A program or programs use data to perform certain operations. Certain operations. That's why we need data. Okay. Actually, what is the need of data? The program, okay, it is using data to perform certain operations. For example, if you want to know whether the given number is prime number or not, so we have to give the number, that is nothing but data. If we are giving our names or string, that is also data. The date today, 11th August 2022, that is also data. Okay, so every program needs data. Every program needs data. Okay, every program it needs a data. Okay, so we have to mention which type of data we are entering. Which type of data we are entering. Can you hear me clearly? వినిపిస్తుందామా సునాయారా आपको? Okay, okay, okay. So specify we must specify the type of data. The type of data before its use.
आईजीसीएसई वालों का उन लोगों का कोड क्या है जी इनसाइट में
No, no, बाद में. Okay, okay. So this is the usage of data type. First, a program, okay, those programs uses some data to perform certain operations like addition, Armstrong number, find out prime numbers, matrices. So we have to mention type of the data. So we must specify the type of the data. Which data we are entering? We are entering either number or integer or float or characters or strings or dates or booleans. We have to mention the type of the data which we are entering. Okay, so that is the use of data and data type. Every language has its own data types, whether it is a C, C++, Oracle, Java, .NET, Python. Every language have their own data types. Okay, basically C language allows for basic data types. Again, we have primitive data type, derived data type, user defined data type. Okay, but basically C language allows four types of data types. First one is character. Okay, character, which is nothing but first four letters of char. Okay, the first one is char data type, which is nothing but character data type. Okay, if you want to enter any characters, at that time you have to mention the variable as a char data type. Okay, what is the use of this char data types? It is used to hold single character or one character. For example, letter K. At that time we should use char. If you mention any variable, if you mention any variable as char data type, okay, at that time that variable stores only one character. It is used to store a single character. And what is the maximum size? Nothing but 1 byte. It can store up to 1 byte. If you mention any variable as char data type, okay, it means it can store only one one character. Okay, for example, okay, I want to declare x variable as a char. It means x variable can store a single character. Okay, for example, x is equal to, for example, k. Okay, na? So this x variable, it is a variable which changes its value. That's why it is called variable, and it is a data type. Okay, what is the syntax we have? Variable name and data type. What is the syntax? Variable name and data type. Okay, na? Okay, got it. Okay, it is a syntax. You have to mention variable name as well as data type. Okay, here x is a variable of character data type. It means it can hold only one character at a time. Okay, and what is the maximum size? It holds only 1 byte. The next one is integer. Int. Okay, actually in computer languages, whether it is a C, Java, C++, Oracle, it will take the first three characters. Actually, it is an integer, right? So, what is the first three characters? Int. Same like that character. It takes four characters. Okay, because child we have one more keyword. Okay, so that's why it takes four letters of characters. Okay, int. It is used to store fixed length character. Fixed length character or whole numbers. We can say whole numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, -3, -5, -9, like that. But it does not store decimal values like 2.73 or 23.92. It does not store or it does not support floating values or decimal values. This int, it is used to store only fixed length characters. Okay, fixed length fixed length integer. Okay, it is used to store fixed length integers or value. Okay, na? And what is the maximum size? Anyone? Okay, it is 2 bytes. In 1 byte, how many bits are there? 8 bits. Okay, na? For example, int x. Okay, okay, int x, where x is nothing but, for example, 5. So here it declares that x is a variable of integer data type, and what is the x value? 5. Why? Because 5 is an integer, right? Okay, very good, beta. Okay, next one, float. What is the third one? Float. It is used to store decimal values, or we can say floating values. Okay, what is the size? 4 bytes. Okay, floating values are decimal values. Okay, for example, float y. Y might be any decimal value, or we can store whole number also, like integer also, like 34.95. Okay, it is a floating value. Why we are using float data type? To store decimal values or floating values. Okay, the next one is, we have so many data types, long int, short int, everything. Okay, but basically in our program 90%, or we can say 95%, we use only these 4 data types. One is char, second one is int, third one is float, fourth one is double. It is used to store double precision. Double precision means nothing but double, 2 times. Double precision floating values, floating point numbers. Okay, float and double both are same. Both are used to store decimal values or floating values. But double is nothing but, it doubles the precision. Precision means maximum number of digits. Maximum number of digits. Double means it increase the maximum number of digits. Okay. Okay. Here we have one note. Okay. Precision refers to the number number of maximum digits after decimal point. Okay, after decimal point. Who is this? Kavita. Okay. Where is Kartiki? Kirti something? Okay, Maggie is there, Chamu is there. Okay, beta. Precision is nothing but number of maximum digits after decimal point. If precision is 2, it means after decimal point we have to take maximum 2 digits after decimal point. Okay, so it is about data types. Okay, a program uses to perform certain operations, so we need to specify which type of data we are entering. There are so many primitive data types, user defined data types. Okay, but mostly we are using four data types. One is char, second one is int, third one is float, fourth one is double. Okay, and here we have, okay, any doubt beta here in this concept data types? Basically we are using these four: char, int, float and double. Okay, next we have short int and long int. Short int and long int. Okay, sir, already we have int, right? So what is short int and what is long int? Okay, these two are called qualifiers. These two are called qualifier. Qualifiers means nothing but it will give the, okay, characteristics of that data types, short and long. These are called qualifiers. Okay, a qualifier alters or changes or modifies. A qualifier modifies the characteristic, behavior. We can say behavior also. Characteristics of that data type. Of that data type. Okay. Actually, we do not have short int data type. We do not have long int data type. We have only int data type. We have only int data type. If you prefix short and long in front of int data type, then it will change the behavior or characteristic of int data type. You got it? A qualifier, which is nothing but short and long, modifies the behavior of the data type. Before int is nothing but 2 bytes. If you are using short int, the maximum size definitely changes. If you are using long, okay, it will increase. Okay, so a qualifier is nothing but modifies the behavior of the data, such as its size. It be, if you are using qualifier, the size may be increase or decrease, depend on the qualifier. Okay, and sign also. If it is unsigned, it may be any value, like 50. It may be plus 50 or minus 50. If you are using unsigned means it will give only 50. If it is signed integer means we have to mention whether that 50 is plus value or minus value, positive value or negative value. Okay, so the qualifier changes the size of the data type and sign also. Basically, how many qualifiers we have? We have two qualifiers. Basically, we have two qualifiers. The qualifiers that alters or changes the size of the uh, data type is short and long. Okay, actually we have four types of data. One is char, int, float and double basically, but we have some qualifiers. What is the use of qualifiers? It modifies the behavior of the data type in a way that we can increase or decrease the size, and we can use signed or unsigned values, okay, by using qualifiers. Okay, the qualifier that alter the size of the data, which is nothing but short and long. Short int, long int, short float, long float, like that. Okay, here we have two types of qualifiers. One is short, second one is long. Okay na? Example, if you prefix short in front of int, okay, here if you use short prefix or short qualifier in front of int data type, okay, then its behavior, integer data type behavior will be changed. Okay, how means this data type represent represents are represented by a lesser number of bits. Okay, represents are represented by, okay, lesser number of bits. Actually int is nothing but 2 byte, right? If you are using short qualifier, short is a qualifier. Okay, if you are using short qualifier in front of int data type, okay, then this data type, which is the combination of short and int, this data type represent lesser number of bits. Lesser number of bits. For example, in your data you have very less amount. Okay, at that time use short int. What is the another qualifier? Long. Okay, long int. This data type or qualifier, okay, used to represent integer which is greater, which is greater number of bits. Okay, short int is nothing but it represents lesser number of bits. If you are using long int, okay, it represents greater number of bits, which is a greater number of bits. If you want to indicate or store huge amount of data, then use log int. If you have very less amount, at that time use short int. And we can use this long to double also. Okay, the qualifier long can also be used along with double data type. Okay, for example, long double, it is also same, it is also store the floating values. Okay, but long double means if you want to indicate large amount of floating values or decimal values, at that time use long space double. It is nothing but extended floating values means double long. Okay na? The next one is signed and unsigned. Okay, the signed qualifiers are, first one is signed, second one is unsigned. Okay, by the amount there are two types, one is short and long. Okay, according to the signing value, plus value or minus value, then we have two types, signed and unsigned. Again, signed int. Okay, so it changes the behavior of integer data type. Okay, unsigned int, signed int and unsigned int, both are different. Signed means it will mention the symbol sign, whether it is a positive or negative. Okay, so this is about qualifiers depending on the sign. Okay, so can you write down అమ్మా రాసుకుంటారా? ఓకే, రైట్ డౌన్ ద నోట్స్ అమ్మా. అర్థమవుతుందా లేకుంటే నేను ఏదో నా పాటికి నేను చెప్పుకుంటూ వెళ్తున్నాను? హౌ మెనీ డిజిట్స్ అలోస్ ఆఫ్టర్ డెసిమల్ పాయింట్ ఇన్ డబుల్ డేటా టైప్? చెప్పాను కదా, డబల్ 15 మేబీ మ్యాగీ. ఓకే, ఓకే, రైట్ డౌన్ ద నోట్స్ అమ్మా. ఎనీ డౌట్? అభిరామ్, వాసు, లావణ్య, మ్యాగీ, చాము, చంద్రశేఖర్, రితిశ్రీ, కవిత, విష్ణు, చైతన్య. ఎనీ డౌట్స్ బేటా? ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఓకే, ఇట్స్ అబౌట్ డేటా టైప్. I don't want to confuse to explain about primitive data types, user defined data types, predefined data types. Okay, simply there are four types of data types. One is char. Okay, here you can write. One is char, second one is integer, third one is float, fourth one is double. Mostly we are using these four data types. Okay, notes random. Okay, write down the notes and ask me whenever you want to scroll down. Okay. Last. Write down the notes. Amma. Maintain a 200-page notebook. There, write down all the notes. It is useful when you have any interviews or any questions, exam papers, exams. Okay.
Role change, sir.
Okay, ma. Very good. Okay. ఎక్కడి వరకు అమ్మా
Sir.
ఓకే అమ్మా ఓకే ఇంకా చేయాలా స్క్రోల్ చేయాలమ్మా. స్క్రోల్ డౌన్, స్క్రోల్ డౌన్, స్క్రోల్ డౌన్. ఓకే, మీరంతా స్క్రోల్ డౌనా? ఓకే, అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి చెప్పాలా మీరంతా? ఓకే, నేనే ఒక్కొక్క 1 మినిట్ అలా పైకి వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటాను. ఓకే, కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే అర్థమైంది కదా. డేటా టైప్స్ నిజానికి ఉండేటివి 4, ఓన్లీ 4. ఏంటమ్మా, స్క్రోల్ డౌన్ చేయాలా? లేదు కదా. ఓకే, రైట్ డౌన్ అమ్మా. కరెక్ట్ కదా. आवाज जाती.
आप यहाँ अंदर से
शो.
डोर लगा लो।
अनम्यूट नहीं है.
उस बोल में म्यूट कर रहा था, डोर लगा लो।
भाई को कोई बात करना रहता.